Haha. Whew. I am a minute, maybe two, behind today. But that's okay. Oh, shoot. Goodness gracious. It is Tuesday. It is March. You know, today is the last day of March, March 31st. Tomorrow's going to be April 1st. It's going to be an interesting April 1st. We'll see. I don't know. I've never honestly really kind of liked April 1st, like the April Fool's Day kind of stuff. It's just never really been my jam. Not my thing. So, alright. Give people a minute or two to start joining us. My water bottle's empty. Coffee cup is not. That's a good thing. So speaking of that, like, I don't know if y'all have ever done any like deep breathing exercises, but I've been inspired by my kid, because any time that she's now like doing something that requires some level of exertion, or like she's working really hard, she goes and so like when I've been like doing my deep breaths to kind of like, you know, calm down a little bit and whatnot, I go like, it's way more relaxing that way. I don't know why, but I think you should try it. And it also makes me smile, so it's kind of a bonus. It's more difficult to do it that way, though, if you have a runny nose. I'm just gonna throw that out there, kind of a, you know, lifelong allergy sufferer. So runny noses are like a thing in my life. But, yeah, so put that out there for you. Deep breathing with a to finish. I don't know what you call that. I don't know why, like my body is, my chest, my body is tense right now, so might be because I was running behind. I don't like to run behind, so alright, so let's get into today's recovery check-in. So first, I hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday. You know, we are slowly marching on through the week. It's going to be April, and then April's going to be gone before we know it, and then it'll be May, and there'll be sunshine and flowers and all kinds of cool things. So, I know I'm really looking forward to April. As I shared yesterday, April's kind of like when I get to get all the farm machinery ready, and that stuff makes my heart happy. Even though it does lead into a very busy time of the year. So today's gratitude. You know, every day, I believe every day should have some gratitude in it. It can truly, truly, truly kind of flip your day around. So, my gratitude moment for today is that I'm really grateful for all of the people who are making things still happen. So, whether you are working at maybe a gas station and, you know, making sure that people still have fuel to go where they need to go, or you are a nurse or a doctor or an STNA, you know, someone who provides direct care for someone else. If you are a carer for someone, whether that's in your house, not in your house, if you are a parent, if you are a person who is in recovery and regularly checks in with people, if you are a person working at a coffee shop or at a restaurant, or you're a truck driver or someone working in logistics, or a manufacturing center or anything, if you are a person who makes things still go in some way, shape, or form, I am absolutely grateful for you today. Because without each and every one of you, working in whatever role you have, whether that is staying home or not staying home, we wouldn't be able to have some of the services that we have, or have the materials that we need to make sure that people are safe and healthy and staying supported and so on and so forth, and fed. I'm very grateful for the people who make things go today. Yeah. Okay. So, deep breath. I think I was talking too fast. I was thinking about today's recovery check-in, and I was thinking about social media, actually. And so, like, prior to this public health situation, kind of as a society, we were at this point where, people were starting to be maybe more mindful of their social media use. There were lots of studies coming out about how social media can be harmful to your mental health, and I know me especially, like I was taking a lot more care about how much I was on social media and what I was doing. I was being way more mindful, way more intentional about it. And then this public health situation happens, and things just like shifted dramatically and quickly. And so it's been like this, it's different to kind of wrap my brain around it, because, we were, I think, slowly coming to a point where we were kind of like distancing and like disentangling ourselves from social media and from digital devices and all of that for the betterment of our mental health. And then our society and our world kind of shifted and changed, and now in some ways we're relying on social media and technology for our mental health. So it's different, and it can be difficult. I know for me, like a lot of the social apps that I had uninstalled earlier this year, I reinstalled as a way to connect to other people again, as a way to stay engaged in this kind of time of physical distancing. So I was yesterday afternoon, in particular, that like I noticed, I think a little bit of a negative effect that social media was having on my mental health. And so I just want to talk about like some helpful ways that you can put some boundaries in place for your mental health when it comes to social media. It's a great tool. Do not get me wrong. I mean, heck, I am coming to you right now through Facebook Live. So this is a tool. This is a way that we can connect. This is a way that we can engage, and I am absolutely thankful for that. But however, I know, like all good things, you can take that too far. I will be the first to admit, like, I am a person that I tend to take things to the nth degree, for good, bad, or indifferent. And so in this kind of time, I'm trying to take a look at using social media as a tool, whether that is Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or what have you. That social media right now, it's a tool for me to engage in my wellness, and in connection with other people. When it starts to stem beyond that, though, is when I know that I need to put a plan in place to take better care of myself. So some things that I was thinking about, like how to, one, help myself, help other people, maybe kind of navigate this like weird time. And I think first and foremost is to be aware of time. Be aware of how much time you're spending on social media or engaging in those kinds of connections. So there are free apps. Some phones have built-in timers that can time how much screen time you're having, and you can like set alerts for spending times on a certain amount of time on certain apps. So that when that timer, it sends you a notification, and you're like, all right, I need to put that away. So take advantage of technology as a tool to help you in your overall health and overall wellness. And know yourself. Know what your maybe internal kind of cues are when you're seeing stuff on social media that's not good for you. I know my two. So I have two different internal cues that I know that I need to put my phone the F down. And that is when I look at something and I feel very heavy. Like it just weighs on my heart and on my soul. Or I hold my breath. And, I'll be honest. Like there have been times in the last few days, couple weeks, where I've seen images that made me like kind of hold my breath and then sigh really heavy. And I was like, okay, like that's enough of that. Like close that app, put my phone down, walk away. There's a lot of it's I don't know what the right word is. It's to annoy me, maybe. I don't know what the proper word is. Dishearten me a smidge. Right now, there's a lot of memes floating around on Facebook about, that have to do with, quarantine and wine. And I get that some people use that as a coping skill, and I get that some people can do that in a low-risk kind of way and whatnot, but I just feel like it's sending the wrong message, and so it makes my heart sad when I see that on some of my friends' news feeds, all the time. I'm like, y'all realize there are, way healthier things that you can do with your time right now other than drink? And so I'm working up to, sending them a message and saying, hey, I want to just have a conversation about stuff that you're putting out there, and if you need some help, if how you can know that this might be becoming a problem for you. So again, all of that is to say, just know yourself, kind of know what your internal cues are that something's too much, and be okay with putting the phone the F down and walking away. That's absolutely okay. That's absolutely required sometimes for your mental health. I know it's required for mine. Also, I eat a lot sometimes at my desk or in front of my phone or on a call or whatever. And I was like, you know what? It was pointed out to me yesterday evening that I maybe need to be a wee bit more intentional about eating and not screening. So one thing that I know, I'm going to start today is while I'm eating, I'm going to just eat. Just eat my food and enjoy my food. I'm not going to be sitting there scrolling through whatever, or on a call or on whatever, unless there's literally no other option. Otherwise, I'm going to sit, I'm going to eat, I'm going to enjoy my food. And not just be kind of numbing myself with something digitally. And I'm gonna take those opportunities of those meal times to take a break from the screen. A couple other things is don't forget to go outside. Sprinkle that sunshine. I know it's not if you're in Findlay right now, it's not sunshiny, but take advantage of getting outside. There's still a little bit of light peeking through, even though the clouds are there. And you can take advantage of that. And that, that could be a metaphor for life, that there's always sunshine, no matter how cloudy it is. There's always sunshine. Always sunshine in the universe. But take advantage of that. Yesterday, I took two walks around the block. Even though it was a wee bit chilly, I went, and I felt so much better for it. I put the phone down. I think I left my phone in the car or something while I did that. And it was really healing. Just kind of helped me reset for my evening. And then another thing that I was thinking about this morning, or I saw, and I was like, I should really take a look at that, is seeking out and following the good. So on Facebook and other social media platforms, you have the ability to follow different people and different pages and that kind of stuff. And I want to challenge you to look at Who are the people and places and pages that are feeding your soul and helping you to show up as a human being you want to show up as, and who's not? And if they're not, consider unfollowing them or unfriending them or whatevering them based upon that platform. You know, there's some really, really cool things out there right now. Like museums are getting really, really savvy in social media, and zoos and parks, and you know, they're posting like funny things that are like wholesome and gosh goodness, I am umming a lot. But seek out and follow the good things. You know, if there's someone that's consistently posting stuff that maybe stresses you out or triggers you or makes you feel angry or anxious or sad or depressed or whatever, unfollow them, unfriend them. Take that step for yourself. Like, advocate for yourself in that way, because if you're going to be on social media and you're going to use it to connect to people right now, use it for the good. Use it for that intention. There's a lot out there right now that is scary and sad and uncertain and all of that. So build a platform for yourself where you can find that hope and you can find the joy and you can find the gratitude and the good things in life and be reminded of that. You know, like I was reading a Twitter feed the other day about, you know, this security guy at a museum, and it was hilarious because, you know, he was kind of poking fun at himself not really knowing how to use hashtags. So, you know, it made me smile. It was good for the day. It was just, I don't know, it was just a good, clean laugh, you know. So seek those things out. Use social media intentionally. You know, so right now, while we are physically distancing from each other, still connect. Use social media for your benefit, to help feed your soul, to help feed those good connections, to stay connected with people that help you, and people that support you and help you feel supported. But also don't be afraid to put some of those boundaries in place, you know. Take a look at the amount of time that you spend. Make sure that you're still getting outside, you know, soaking up that sunshine. Even if it's for 5 minutes, standing outside your door, do it. You know, know yourself, know kind of what your triggers are and what those internal cues are. And be okay with putting the phone, the computer, the whatever, closing it down, shutting it off when things start to get heavy. Or, you know, when they start to kind of activate some of those stressful responses in you. Like, it's alright to put it down. Be intentional about your time. Try not to use that social media to just scroll and numb. You know, if you're finding that you're using it a lot to kind of avoid your emotions, like, holler. Reach out to us. You know, we'd love to talk that through with you. So, as always, look for the good, look for those hope. Spread kindness and love and compassion. And if you have any updates about stuff, you can always visit us. Our Facebook page, we try to share some helpful things on there. If there's something you'd like to see that you haven't seen from us, send us a message. You can call us. Our phone number is 419-423-5071. You can email us. We'll get back with you. And, you know, as always, keep your hearts and minds resilient. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the very first day of April, which will be fun. No pranks, like I said earlier, that's not my jam. So, you know, we're gonna have our recovery check-in tomorrow at noon on April 1st. But that is it for this Tuesday, and I hope all of you have a wonderful, fantastic, stupendous rest of your day and get some sunshine.